This is how to create and fill out the ERF form, equipment request form, and turn it into the right place. So here's the form itself. It says show name, job number, area, and ERF. That's the naming convention that we're going to use when we save it. So that will be the first thing that you do with the document. I'm going to hit enable content and file, save as. So the show name, I'm using a show called AHFE, so you put the show name or acronym there. Job number, which you can find on SharePoint, the SharePoint site for your show. On the home tile, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I'm going to make that up. And then area would be their meeting rooms, exhibits, GS, you can abbreviate those, MR, GS, EX. And I'll take off the 1. So there we go. So saving. Now it's saved. Change the name of the document. You want to fill out all of the top form except for pretty much the billable days and the notes. There's really not anything to put in there unless you do have a note. Billable days, don't even worry about it. So I'm going to fill this out really quick. It's a crazy day. Alright. Storeroom, always good. On this form, it doesn't matter too much. But on your labor workbook, it definitely does. Okay. So now that that's filled out, where you're going to get your information from as far as filling out this form and putting in the required number of different pieces of equipment that you need, plus the backup, which will auto-populate the quantity. Where you're going to get that information from is either your flow sheets, which you or the CSM has created, or from the budget by looking at all the meeting rooms and tallying up all of the equipment. Our new flow sheets, actually, when you put all the rooms into the flow sheets, it'll tally the equipment for you, which I'll show you. Or even from a client spec book or BEOs is another place to get that. Whatever the CSM is using and wants you to use to do that. But flow sheets being the easiest to use and the most beneficial for you on show side as well. So let's see here. So I have some flow sheets for this show and the different tabs for them. This is the new flows where you put all the equipment up in the very top in standard set, and then once you just use the drop down for standard set, it's populating that equipment in. So when I go over to the equipment totals, and it shows me the peak usage of each item that is needed for these meeting rooms. So once you have all of these numbers, the next thing to do would actually be to put these into your equipment request form so that IC can create your R2 order and get you the gear that you need. So the way that this form works is that you have some filters that you can use to help you out in finding the gear that you need. There's the categories, which you can turn on and off. This is now all of them are on, or you can select only the ones that you want to see, and it'll just show you that gear: audio, video, lighting, digital services, whatever it is you're looking for. If you leave all these on, an easy way to find things would be to go to the description filter, and if I'm looking for a tripod, I have the search bar here. Type in tripod, and it's going to bring up all the different tripods that we have. So 96-inch tripod, here it is. So I've got 22 that I need for the show. It's a local show, so I would recommend like 10% as far as backup goes. If it was out of town or a remote place, 20% would be probably more ideal as far as your backup. That way you're not stuck without an out. As far as backup goes, there, just use your your experience to guide how much backup you're going to need. If you're dealing with a piece of equipment that has a higher failure rate, take that into consideration. If you're dealing with something that you've never had fail before and you're local in town, maybe you don't even need any backup at all. So tripod screens, I need 22, backup 2, and it calculated my quantity there. All right, so now that's inputted. I'm going to go back here to the filter, type in safe lock. There it is, safe lock. Anytime you see a plus with the barcode here, that's going to be a package. So this package here is safe lock stand with skirt. You'll see that with like projectors, certain other screens, other equipment. So if it's something that you're looking for, definitely use the plus barcode so that you get the whole package if that's what you need. So I need 22 of these. I'll do 2 backup. Projector. So now I'm down to projector. So you've got like a whole bunch of different options as far as the model of projector. And you may not know exactly what all of these are, and that's okay. I can tell you that most, probably every budget that you see, we do bill according to the amount of lumens the projector has. So if you're looking at the projector lumens here, this would be, and you don't need a specific projector, this would definitely be the one that you want to select. So these are like little medium room projectors. Say the budget says 4,000 lumen. This doesn't specify, but I'm going to guess here that that's what we're needing. If you don't know and it doesn't say, ask the CSM what size projectors are you looking for. So 22 of those, 2 backup. Laptop. Brings up all laptops. Always go with the newer, the i7 better. We'll go ahead and do that. 22, 2 backup. Got desktop computer. Again, you see here, so you have like desktop here, desktop computer, no plus sign. So all these, all you're going to get is the tower. That's not going to come with the monitor, keyboard, mouse, all of that. You see these ones with the plus, it'll say actually package on these ones. So this is what we're looking for. I'm going to get the i5, and it's 6 of those. I'm not going to do any backup for those. And then laser printer is the last one. And laser jet printer. That's all I'm going to do. So 2 of those. All right. So that's everything that we needed off of this order. If there's something that you just can't find, and to reset the filters, all you have to do is check them all. So now I've got everything back in here, and I want to do that to show you that if there's something that you just can't find, it's on your equipment list or it's in your flows or the budget, and you're trying to build the ERF and you can't find the piece of equipment or specifically what you're looking for, or it's kind of a odd item, scroll down to the bottom of all the equipment here, and you've got these XXX lines here. So all you need to do, say you need a really specific strange monitor, you just couldn't find it in here, so I'm going to put in 39.5 inch LCD monitor. It's kind of weird, so do that. We need 1 of those, and that's all you need to do. So that if you just can't find something and you're done looking, this will be a place you can put it. And IC will see that, and they'll be able to get you what you need. All right, so once everything is inputted, so what you can do now is hit this, there's these tabs up here. Add ECR, we'll do that in another video, but that adds a column for once this form is built, it allows you to, in the column, add, remove gear. Quote builder meeting room sort, I don't think we'll use that one, but it kind of like filters out a bunch of meeting room equipment. So it's just a different filter that shows mostly stuff that you'll see in meeting rooms. So if that helps you, you can use it. I like the method of going into the description and actually just filtering and typing in the name of the equipment that I'm looking for. It goes kind of quick instead of searching through all of the different names. IC filter sort. So this is the one we're going to use. So when you hit IC filter sort, this is for the inventory control guys. This helps them because once you hit that button, it takes all the equipment that you input and only shows that equipment. It doesn't show anything else. They don't have to look through the whole list. All they have to do is look at this and say, oh, okay, here's everything they need that I put into R2. If you want to go back and look for more equipment, that's what this tab is for, remove filter sorts. Now you can go back into this and find more equipment. If you need to go back to IC filter, this is where you go. View notes, all that does is add a notes column, and you can hide the notes, view notes, hide notes. If you do have some actual notes that you want to put on certain pieces of equipment, you want to leave the view notes on so that the inventory control guys can see what you are looking for or why you have those notes there. If it's on hide notes, they won't even know it's there. So here we go. This is all done. You are ready to go with this, and you want to send it to the inventory control so that they can put the order into R2 for you, and you have an actual operational order that's going to show up at the show site. So now that this is done, I recommend saving it on the IC filter sort so that they don't have to go in and do that, even though it's quite a simple thing. I'm going to hit save. So now that's saved just the way it is. I'm going to close that. All right. So it's time to upload this to the SharePoint site. So right now, here's the SharePoint site. The ERF is going to go to the inventory control tile. You can get to it from here or on the list view on the side, goes to the same place. And here's the ERF that was built. All you have to do is drag and drop, and now it's on SharePoint. The last step that you're going to do is send it to your inventory control person so that they know that you've posted this, and they can do that because they're not going to be continually scouring, even though they do sometimes, through SharePoint to see if you posted your ERF, sending them that email saying, hey, the ERF is live, it's on SharePoint, ready to go. Then they're notified, and then they can actually make the order for you. So communication is key with that. If you don't know who your IC person is, if you go to the home button for your SharePoint site, you will see a list here with the IC contact, and it's Luis Huerta. So you can now know exactly who you need to get a hold of and tell that you've built that and it's ready to go. So that's everything for the ERF